Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. I am the Educated Natural. Super excited to have you here with me. Listen, I hope so far your Tuesday has been exceptional, phenomenal, very surprising, a great day for you. It has been that way for me. And I hope if you're having a not so great day, that after this video, you've at least laughed, thought about something a little bit differently, and maybe and hopefully it is my prayer that I added just a little bit of joy to your day. And of course, that shout out to Miss Shirley for that little bit. I have to give her props where props are due. But I am grateful to have each and every one of you here. If this is your first time here, welcome in. I'm the Educated Natural, and it is my honor to be here with you today. Look around, kick the tires a little bit, as they say. And if you like what you see, I personally invite you to become a part of the membership here, as well as a part of the family here by hitting that subscribe button. Feel free to like, comment, and share. Be a part of this discussion. It's going to be a good one. If you are an OG, you've been rolling with me for a while, you are returning just to show your girl some love, I am appreciative of you as well. Thank you for being here. It's great to see you again. But before we get started in today's discussion, let's head on over to today's chat and say hello to my good people that's already here. Early birds, that's what I'm talking about. What's going on to my mod, Unbiased LLC? Great to see you, sis. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Miss Sonia Siegler, my member, welcome in, welcome in. Great to see you. Baby Giant Services, welcome in. Great day to you as well. You Learn with Robert, another member here. Thank you, Robert, for being here. It's great to see you. Tori's brain, what you doing on here? Aren't you supposed to be at work? I'm telling. No, it's great to see you, Tori. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Bayou Sugar Garden, thank you for being here. It's great to see you. Let's see, going on down the list. K Renee's Garden, thank you for being here. Welcome in, sis. Everybody's still coming in. Sunshine to Sunset with Rashonda. Woo, that's a tongue twister. Thank you for being here. It is great to see you. I pray health-wise you are doing well and enjoying your new location. We miss you. It's great to see you here. So thank you for being here, Rashonda. Listen, everybody's still coming in. Thank you for being here, everyone. Now, if you have looked at my last live, I share with you all something that I never, and I mean never, thought that I would do, and that is be a part of a vendor fair. Some people call them craft fairs. They have a different names, but it's the same thing. You show up as a vendor, you have products to sell, and you sell them to the people that may be visiting the event. And that is something I never thought I would do. It was not on my agenda. It was not something I was planning for, but I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to do so. And so today I'm coming on to share with you my learned lessons in doing such an event. And hopefully, if you're thinking about doing one in the near future or far future at any point in time, maybe this will give you a few things to think about. But I am grateful. I would like to tell you that I really should have listened to my gut instinct with this, because a lot of time could have been saved and possibly money could have been saved that was invested into doing this event. But nevertheless, life lessons are there to teach us all something special. Now, if you've ever done an event where you were selling your products and maybe even your services there, please leave us your thoughts and comments in the chat so that we all can learn from one another, get some better ideas, just share, because these are some things that I didn't know about. I had all these expectations that were null and void. And so, like I said, I learned some things doing this event. And so I really would love to hear from you all about your experience. Maybe you weren't a vendor. Maybe you were someone that has gone to events. Please share with us what you would like to see, what you saw, what you like, what you didn't like. Please share. I would love to hear, because there was a lot of things that were interesting, let's just say, to me as a vendor. Now, my vendor event took place on the 17th of November of 2023, just a few days ago. And prior to that, let me give y'all the backstory of how I got there. Okay, let's go back in time. Okay, because when I think about how God did this, it's funny, but it's not funny. So let me check the chat real fast. Hey, the best Judy, welcome in, sis. Congrats on the new place and everything that you have going on over there. Congrats, congrats, congrats. I have to go back and check out your channel. I think you just did a premiere not too long ago, a few minutes ago, a matter of fact. So I want to make sure I head over there and show you some love on your channel. So make sure everyone connects with one another. If you see someone in the chat that you're not familiar with and you're interested in, please do not hesitate. Go over to their channel, open up another tab. Don't leave me though, but open up another tab and show your love over there to those fellow channels that's here in the chat with you. So let me see. Anybody I may have missed? I see Tamika. Somebody says hello to Tamika. Hey, Resilient Dad, welcome in. Great to see you, sir. Okay. Unbiased LLC says, I would just say some events are better than others. It really depends on the host and how they promote it. True. Very, very true. And that was one of the lessons I learned with this one. And since you brought it up, let's just start there. When it came to this event, I didn't witness a lot of promotion with it, first and foremost. The way I found out about it leads me into the backstory. So we're going back now. Y'all ready? Okay. First of all, let me tell y'all this. Whomever you believe in religiously, spiritually, okay? Do your thing. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, Holy Spirit, all that. So here I am back in September. I was frustrated with some things. I decided to, in other words, let God have it. And I was just praying, and it started off as a normal prayer. I'm praying, doing my thing. And then it kind of went somewhere else in this prayer into frustration. And I was just letting God have it, like I said. And I started to tell me, this human here, started to tell God, what I was and was not going to do. And so when I was, thank you so much, growing what I eat, another member, God bless you. Thank you. Hey, DJ Jordan, another member, thank you for being here. So I decided that I was going to tell God, let me move my camera down just a little bit. What I was going to tell God what I was and was not going to do. Okay. So after my rant, and I ended the prayer, my husband comes home and he says, hey, here's something you need to know about. There's this event that's supposed to be happening at this location. I think it would be great for you. Check it out. I said, yeah, okay. As soon as he told me the title of the event, I was kind of like, yeah, that's not for me. So I brushed it off. Okay. That was in September. Days turned to weeks. Time went on. So I happened to be doing another prayer. And when I finished the prayer this particular day, I got a notification from Passionately Intrigued Arts. And she was at a pop-up, a vendor event. And I was like, oh, wow, man, it's a lot of stuff. So I'm looking and she's taking us all around. And if you've never seen her video, go check out her channel at Passionately Intrigued Arts. We call her PIA for short. Go check out her channel. You know what I'm talking about. So we're all in the chat. We're all enjoying her going around and showing us these things. Hey, the Experience with Sassy, welcome in another member. And so we're all enjoying it in the chat, right? So I said, me, this girl right here, I said out of my mouth, just talking, we all do this. I say out of my mouth, I wonder how it would be to actually do a vendor event. Why did I say that? I have no idea, but I remember saying it. I said it. Now, mind you, this was after my husband had already brought me this flyer about this vendor event that I played to the left. I just told you that, right? Here I am saying, I wonder, to a guy that I just told I was frustrated about a whole lot of things, business-wise and different things in life. What I was and was not going to do. Here I am out of my mouth saying, I wonder how it would be to go to a vendor event. Okay, moving on. So We all watching her unbiased. Yes, it is. Even when you're talking to yourself. So here I am. Went on past that moment of what came out of my mouth, didn't pay no attention, just talking out loud, right? We all do this. I get a few days later, I get a notification from another person that I have featured here on the channel named Marcella's Way. She has a YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with her, go check her out. So I'm a mod over at Marcella's Way, and Marcella has been gone away from YouTube for a while to handle her own personal business, doing her own thing, life be life, right? So when I got the notification that she was live, I decided that I'm gonna go over and show her some support because she's been a big supporter of mine. So I walked my little happy self on over there through these YouTube streets and boulevards and street corners over to her channel. And guess what she doing? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Guy got jokes. She is actually doing products, creating her products for t-shirts and whatnot for a vendor show. I can't make this up. She is prepping, doing her live stream for her upcoming vendor show. I'm like, God got jokes. So here I go again. Instead of saying it this time, I go typing in her chat saying, I was invited to a vendor show or event, but I'm not going to do it. Guess who else is in the chat while I'm saying this? She right there on your screen, Unbiased LLC. So I must have forgotten in that moment who Marcella is of Marcella's Way and who Unbiased LLC is. Because when I typed it, I thought I would be able to get over easy with this. But oh no, these two sisters tag team virtually on your girl. Marcella looked at my comment and said, now say what now? Marcella turned into Coach Marcella on me. Now, usually it's the other way around, but she turned into Coach Marcella at me and starts going in. Not bad, y'all. This is how we do each other. She started going in on me. Unbiased said virtually, and I don't know how she did it, but she said, tag me in, sis. I want some. They tagged, and then Unbiased LLC started going in on me. But it didn't stop there, y'all. It didn't stop there because I'm a mod. So I'm looking in the chat as they coming at me. And I see someone else whose show I was just on with Squad Creative Podcast, Mr. 12 Gone Apparel, aka Seek. Seek jumps in and said, well, tag me in too. So they tag up and he starts talking about, go get your money, sis. And then he gets into it. I'm like, these jokers here, these supposed to be my people. They supposed to be on my side. They supposed to love me. Y'all, they did not let up off of me. You hear me? So after a while, I was okay. I yield. Okay, God, you got jokes. Okay, you done sent 3 people at one time up on me, not including my husband, which make 4. Maybe this is something I need to look at. Now, y'all stop laughing. It's not that funny. What's up, Juicy with Jay? Great to see you here. Hey, Rufus. And so I'm like, I can't even believe this. Here I am thinking, I love y'all too, advice. Here I am thinking somebody's going to be on my side. I said, you know what, 10? You're right. You don't really want to do it. Don't even worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. Go and do your thing, girl. Don't even worry about that. Just let it go. But what really got them is when I told them that the event was free. There aren't many, if any, vendor events or craft fairs or whatever you want to call them that are free for the vendors. Usually you have to pay a fee to play. Okay, you got to pay to be there. You got to pay to sell your products to the patrons that may be coming through the event. You have to pay a fee. This was free. And I'm still saying no. So after that whole thing that happened with my people, okay, I sat down, thought about it. prayed about it. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So the next day I got up and I called the host of the event that was on the flyer that my husband sent. Man, I still got this thing on my wall over here, y'all. And I said, hey, thinking the where I live, and even before we moved here, I always do a survey of the land. That's what I call it. I want to see what other businesses are there, what other people are offering. It's your research, right? So I had already conducted research on this area, and I already saw that there were other creatives here, which was for me, it was cool. Okay, cool. I didn't think anything about it. So I'm thinking when I call this host of this event, she's going to tell me that, oh, based on what you say you sell, we already have someone, or we're already filled. We don't have any more room for anyone. And I'm thinking this is my last shot to get out of this. That was my thought. I called, very nice lady, and we spoke, and she says to me, oh, we don't have anyone that has signed up yet that's doing apparel. I said, huh? Huh? What? Mind you, I did my research on this area. It was several people here that does t-shirts and all that stuff. Now, mind you also, that was one of the things I did not want to bring at all. Hey, Miss T, welcome in. So I'm thinking, God got jokes for real. He is literally opening up doors for me to do this, and I don't want to. And he is not giving me an out at all. So I had no out, y'all. I had no out. I was looking for an out. There was no out. So I said, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll be bringing some shirts and a few other things. And I know Miss T. And so, hey, Odom, welcome in. And so she put my name on there, and she asked me, did I need a table? They was providing tables for all the vendors and chairs. And I said, no, I have my own table, And she says, oh, okay, well, then you're ready to go. Any questions for me? She's all excited. I'm over there trying to get out. I can't get out because now I'm in. And I'm like, well, okay. Hey, Growing with Hudson, how are you? Thank you so much. Hey, Sweet Thumb, thank you. Welcome in. Hey, OCD-ish chick, welcome in. Good afternoon. I'm just telling y'all my story. How we got to today's topic. So there was no out. So she put me on the list. She says, okay, I'll email you when we get closer to the event. Now, mind you, this event at this point, by the time I contacted them, was probably 2 weeks out. So yes, I cut it close. I did it on purpose. I thought I could get out of this. So I'm waiting. I'm thinking she's going to send me an email saying, oh, sorry, we're filled. All the event, nobody canceled. We don't really, you're too late. But no, it didn't happen. The next email I received from that lady was a week before the event saying what time to show up, all these things and whatnot. I'm like, so I'm really not going to get out of this. So that's why you all haven't seen me over the last few weeks and days, because I was prepping for this event that I didn't want to go to in the first place. But I was in it. So don't be saying, look at God, Robert. God got jokes. So I was making shirts. Like I said, I did not want to take t-shirts. I was making shirts. Matter of fact, this is one of the shirts that I made. I made it because the event was at an Air Force Post location. So I made this shirt for service members. This is one of the shirts. So if you're in the Air Force, you want a shirt, let me know. So this is one of the shirts I made. All right. So my husband, we are Army in this house all day, every day. So for me to even make this shirt and then to wear it, my husband is livid. He did not want me to bring this shirt home. He was like, burn them. However, I digress. I spent money on this shirt. I'm wearing this shirt. Okay. I digress. So the day comes. Thank you. The day comes. It's the event day. Let me tell y'all something about procrastination. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm not even going to set it up. I'm just going to tell you, do not procrastinate. I procrastinated on this event. Like I said, I didn't want to do it. So at any event, there are quite a few things you need to have as a vendor outside of the norm. One of the things you need to have is ways for people to make payments, right? You're there to sell stuff. People have to have a way to purchase. I had all of that set up. I had my reader ready to go. I had money. My problem was the cash. I'm used to being in places where you can get big bills broken down to smaller bills. All right. So if you need some ones, some fives, some tens, you can go to places you can get money. You go to the bank if you can't go nowhere else, and you can get money broken down into smaller denominations for yourself. Okay. However, in this place, not so. I waited to the day. Don't ask me why, but this is how it happened. This is the truth. I waited to the day of the event and said, "Oh, I need to go get some change." Because not everybody probably wants to pay by card. Welcome in, Sock Kindergarten. So here I am, trying to run around this daggone installation, thinking, oh, it should be easy to get change. Well, guess what was hard? To get change. I go to the local bank on this place. It's a credit union. I'm thinking all banks are created equal, right? You walk in the bank, you got bigger bills, you got 20s, say, hey, I need these 20s broken down, blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't be a problem. Wrong, dead wrong. I walk into the credit union. I'm looking at my watch. I got a few minutes before I'm supposed to, as a vendor, show up and start setting my stuff up. I'm going to go ahead and get this changed. I'm going down the road to this event. I'm going to be straight. Wrong. Y'all, I walk into a bank. Y'all. Stand in line, lady in front of me. When they got her money. I get up to the teller. I said, look, I have this. I need this change, blah, blah, blah. She goes, oh, are you a member of this bank? No, I'm not. She goes, oh, we only give change to members of this bank because in our cash drawer, we only have so many dollars and we can only give them to people that's a member of this bank. Say what now? I've never in my life heard of this. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. But when she said no, I said, oh, goodness. It seemed like the time on my clock got faster because I happened to look at my watch and was like, I'm going to be late. I don't have any change. Oh, no. So I'm running around this place, going to stores, trying to get change for this 20. How many fives can you give me? How many? So I'm like, yo, this is bananas. I have never been at a place where there's only one banking installation or institution, or whatever you want to call it. And that's it. And they don't give change. I'm running around, y'all. I'm running around. Did they say not today, unbiased? Listen, they got $14 sweet love. You might be right. I'm in there like, oh, I didn't messed up. I didn't get any change. Ooh, big mistake. Ooh, Lord, help me, sister. So I went to the store and the lady gave me almost the same spiel as the credit union, except she was willing to give me change for a 20. I said, fine, do what you got to do. I need something. So she gave me change for the 20. I had to get to the event because I didn't want to be late. So, long story short, yes, that's what I say. It's crazy by you. It's very crazy. So, look, listen. It felt like it when that lady said no. I'm like, it's a bank. Y'all got all kind of money in here. Anyway. So, hey, Drell, welcome in, Drell's Hill and Garden. Thank you for being here. Just share my story. How we got to today's topic. Hey, Deborah Garrett, welcome in. Great to see you. So, hey, Blue Lotus Vibes, thank you for being here. Y'all, this has been a trip. So, realizing and understanding that I'm not going to get all the change that I so desired to have for this event, I just rolled with what I had, right? So I'm all in my own money, in my purse, trying to find fives, trying to find ones. I'm asking my daughter who's with me, you got any money? And she's like, yeah, I got all these monies. And I'm like, that's about the same amount I need change. And she didn't have any change. I'm like, we out here walking around with 20s, like we big balling, but I need some fives. Like, I'm like, I don't know what we gonna do. So I said, hey, we got to just roll with it. So we get to the event. I'm thinking, whoo, I'm just gonna have to get past this money thing. I gotta get to where I got to be, right? So I get to my daughter and I, my youngest daughter and I, we get to the event. Now, mind you, my youngest daughter does not want any parts of this whole thing. She want to stay home, but she can't because her sister's at work, her dad's at work, so she has to roll with me. So even though she's usually a very positive child, God did a amazing job giving me her as my child. This particular day, she was just like, when is my dad coming to pick me up? Like, she was just like, I don't want to be here because she's very introverted. She's not like people like that. She's like, don't talk to me, leave me alone, don't look at me. I don't want to be here. Because she knew it was going to be a lot of people there, way outside of her element. But she was with her mama, so I said, you're going to be good. So we walk in. I get to the place. I walk in. It's all kind of vendors in here, y'all. It was supposed to be 28 vendors. This was an indoor event, as you saw from my video. If you didn't watch my video where I walked around with all the vendors, go check that out later on, and you'll understand. So this is an indoor event. It's only so much space in an indoor area, right? When I got there, a lot of the vendors were already setting up. So when I walked in, I was like, where exactly am I supposed to set up at? So I'm looking around. Now, they told us originally that you can only bring one table. One table. No bigger than an 8-foot table. They was offering everyone an 8-foot table if you didn't have a table. I had a 6-foot table and I have a few 4-feet table. So I said, I'm going to take my biggest table. So I'm like, I don't need a table. But everywhere I'm looking, everybody's already setting up in all the good places. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to be in the middle of the floor because now I'm blocking somebody that's behind me. So I'm walking around and the host is walking me around saying, oh, well, you can sit up over here. Oh, you can sit there. And every place she was pointing me at was just a horrible area right in front of someone else. Because, like I said, all the outside areas were already taken up by people that got there early. And I'm walking around looking for change. I digress. So I'm looking around and I said, you know what? There's a spot right. I said, it was a table there. There was nobody there. It was a black table. And I said, is anyone right here? And she goes, no. I said, could you move the table? And she said, oh, yeah, no problem. So she moves the table. I put my table up and then I start setting up my table. So I'm looking around at what all the other vendors are doing. And I'm seeing earrings. I'm seeing all these jewelry pieces. I'm like, okay. Then all of a sudden, my worst fear came to reality. I looked behind me a little bit further down than where I was at. It was a lady with a whole rack of t-shirts. Whole rack of t-shirts. Good looking t-shirts too. I was like, oh, I should have listened to my instinct. My instinct said, don't do t-shirts. I'm like, this host has told me that there was no one else doing t-shirts. I'm thinking this is going to be a gold mine. Wrong. I guess they signed up after I did. So she had t-shirts. She had all these knickknacks, paddywhacks, everything, right? I'm like, wow. But guess what? She also had a whole floor. She had more than one table. She had a whole display. I mean, they went big. I kept walking around. All these people going big. Y'all look at the video, you see them talking about. I'm like, here I am, under the impression that you're supposed to bring small stuff because it was going to be tight and, I've been bamboozled. Nevertheless, I only have what I have, right? Just like with the money I had in my pocket, I only have what I had. So I set up my area and said, okay, well, I went small thinking this was going to be something small. And they done brought full displays and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. I misread this all the way around. So, hey, my cup runneth over. Thank you for being here, another member. So, y'all, as everyone was setting up, everybody was getting ready, We could have arrived as vendors there at 10:30 that morning. The event didn't start till noon. No, till 1. It started at 1. So remember I just told you there was somebody there already selling shirts? And I'm thinking, okay, cool. Somebody else walks in. Almost at the vendor set up that deadline. One of us, okay, two of them walk in. One had a bunch of t-shirts and sweatshirts. The other one had food, desserts. I said, another shirt seller? I know I should. Let me tell y'all something. Never go against your gut. Because here is something I learned in life, and I definitely saw coming to fruition during this event. Just because you know how to do something does not mean you need to be doing it in that moment. I went against my own instinct. My instinct told me, don't you take no t-shirts. Don't you let t-shirts be your creme de la creme. Don't you let it be. Don't do it. But I went against my instinct. Why? Let me tell you why. And I'm not trying to offend anybody that's in the custom apparel network. Yes, sock in the garden. Lessons in everything. I'm not trying to come at anybody. I've been doing shirts for years. However, it seems, based on my observation and my opinion, I'm entitled to that. It's my channel. I'm going to say it. I want to say it. It seems everybody, everyone, and their mama and them is creating t-shirts now. That's why I did not want to do it. But when the young lady that was the host of this event told me that there was no one doing them, I said, hey, why would I not do it? Wrong. As I watched these other vendors that were offering other products set up their stuff, I realized I was way wrong in my assessment of this event. I watched when the event officially started. First, no one was showing up. So the host was kind of coming around talking to all the vendors saying, oh, well, they're coming. They'll be here. But let me take a picture of your tables and I'm going to put it on social media to try to get the people in here. I'm thinking, as a business person, as a person that's been here for a minute, that's been doing business for almost 11 years, that's gone to college for business, marketing, all that stuff. Isn't this something you should have been doing way before now? Just my observation. So she's taking pictures of everyone's table and talking to everyone, and we're all kind of talking to one another and waiting for the people to come in. And 1 o'clock comes, 2 o'clock comes, 2:30 finally, you get 4 or 5 people here and there. Okay, now this is a big installation. Okay, y'all see this shirt? This is a big installation. There's a lot of people here. It was a Friday. No one was hardly coming. This event ran for vendors from 10:30 to 7, for the actual patrons from 1 to 7. This was a long event. To be honest with you, if 50, maybe 60 people came up through that event, I would be shocked. I started to watch every vendor that was in my eyesight. Thank you, Blue Lotus. Hey, Jamia, thank you, welcome in. I started to watch as people kind of trickled in here and there, where they were going. What were they buying? Because even though I was one of the second people they saw as they walked in the door, because I was right by not far from the door, as you could see when I did my video. As I started to watch people, hey, Sweet Thumb, welcome in. Hey, Jewelry Spot, welcome in. I noticed that people really weren't buying at all t-shirts. I didn't see none of us sell a t-shirt. Nobody. I went against my gut. Lesson learned. Nobody sold t-shirts. Not one person in there bought a t-shirt. Not one person bought anything apparel based, period. If somebody must have sold a t-shirt, it must have been the girl that was in the very back. But based on as far as I could see, I didn't see anyone walk up out of there because they had to pass by me to get out the door. I didn't see anybody with anything that looked like apparel. I didn't see anybody that looked like they had pot holders. I didn't see anything walk up out of there in a bag that looked like it was apparel based, period. So I'm thinking, what are people looking for? I've seen people come in, walk around the whole thing, and walk right back out the door with nothing. I'm like, what are people looking for? So then I went into observer mode, Kim, versus vendor mode. I'm on observer mode because I want to take some notes. I want to see what are people interested in buying in this area. It's all a part of research. So then this event became a research project for me because I was like, they're not buying off of a lot of people's tables. What are they looking for? So let me tell you what they were buying. Earrings, little jewelry pieces. They were buying food. There was one lady there selling cakes and the sweet treats I showed y'all in the video. Oh, she was hitting everybody on the head. You mean she was making a killing? People was, even the vendors were going over there buying her stuff. Okay, I said, everybody here hungry or something? So she made her money. Okay, and there was another person that was selling cookies. Her cookies looked like sweet potato pie. Looked like sweet potato pies. She had different little character cookies. She was baking. Them two, the food people, made all the money. I don't know what it was. It was two people. There's something else in this event I saw. They had people selling the same thing right next to each other. In the back room, there were two people that were selling jewelry pieces, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, right in front of one was behind the other. It was like this. I wish somebody would have told me that. By you, that food is a hit. I wish they would have told me that. Because I wouldn't have wasted hours making shirts. I'd have made something else. Okay. Hey, GT, welcome to another member. Thank you for being here. Hey, sifting some soil and more. Thank you for being here. If I miss anyone, say hey. I'm just telling y'all my story, how we got to today's topic. So they had two wood people that created things with wood from boards and different things like that, cutting boards. They had two people there selling that. I didn't see anybody walk out of there with any type of wood product. But they had three people. My bad. They had three people that were selling wood products. And I didn't see none of them. One lady made wood projects, like literally in the event. She was carving wood. People just walked by her like she was just non-existent. I don't know. They weren't looking for that here at this event. Yeah, I don't know. I showed you all the lady that was making diamond art. We call it diamond dots, but diamond art. I didn't see her stuff was gorgeous. I didn't see anybody but it. She lived early. I was like, I just could not figure out this demographic. I was completely floored. And so that was another lesson I learned. Instead of thinking, try to reach out to people that may have previously been at the previous event. This was their second time hosting this event there. And from what I was hearing from the other vendors, the host was saying, oh, we had more people this time. I'm like, where? Where they at? I don't see them. Where they at? Yo, I was completely shocked as how few people, as large as this place is, how few people came to that event. So I happened to walk over to one of the other vendors and I said, hey, because I was looking at her stuff and I said, hey, you look like you true to this. Like you've done this quite often, these types of events. And she said, yes, I have. I said, so how is it doing these events? Because My expectations now have fallen from up here to all the way down. Like I'm on the floor with my expectations now. Now I'm just like, whatever. She says, this is not a good example. She said, but then again, it could be. And I said, can you explain this? So we started talking. And she basically was telling me that every event is different, which obviously, yes. Right. I'm biased. Where they at though? So she says that this would be a great learning experience for me because it's my first one. She said, basically, you can't go no further but up from here. And I was like, you're right. Because this is horrible, you know? And so she said, so I would encourage you to keep do another one, but this time go to a more reputable one where there's even more people, where events are known to draw a lot more people. She says, that's where you're going to make possibly more money. You have more opportunity to sell to other people. But this was a good stepping stone for me. So she kind of calmed me down a little bit on the inside because I was thinking, I'm not going to be here till 7 o'clock. I'm leaving. This is a waste of my time. Like, that was me. Like, because I'm very, cautious of my time. That's something you can't get back. So I had wasted a lot of, felt like I wasted a lot of time prepping for this because it was going nowhere. But her encouragement, I think God must have sent her to me, because in that moment I was about to call my husband and say, hey, I'm about to I'm about to get up out of here. I know we all said we'd be here to 7 to the event start, but I am so over this. Where are the people? And the people that do come in are just walking past everybody that has apparel. This is ridiculous. But okay, I'm committed. I said I'd be here. I'm going to be here. But let me see. Sweet Thumb says you need an ace in the hole, something you are excited about, a conversation piece item. You are on the stage, your presentation. Absolutely. Absolutely. But that is something else I saw. The young lady that was there, and I didn't find out about this particular incident until after the event had ended, because I didn't know anyone there. No one there knew me. Some people knew each other because either they had been at events before with each other, but a lot of people didn't know each other. So we were all new to one another, right? So one lady that I thought had one of the larger displays there, because she had pins, she had T-shirts, she had tumblers, she had what's those things that when you have an ID card you can put them on your shirt and it has a little cord on it. Oh, I can't think what it's called. Well, she had those. She had all kinds of stuff. Okay, all kinds of knickknacks. She had all kinds of stuff. And even she barely made sales. She made sales though. And I learned looking at, as I was walking through her display, looking at what she, like I said, I'm on research mode now. So I'm on everybody's stuff looking. I noticed that several people liked certain little items. It was a lady there that had stickers. Usually when the kids came through, after school ended, people went and got their children came in, because we weren't far from the school, the children came in. So the kids did more shopping than the adults did because the kids were like, I want this, I want that, I want this. So they were looking at the little cutesy stuff, the stickers and the little earrings or trinkets and stuff. So they were kind of making their parents buy those types of things. But a lot of the adults just were going to the food and were going to earring pieces. But no one was buying T-shirts. And what I learned, I was listening to the vendors talk. The other T-shirt vendors that showed up there were actually, there you go, badge rules. Thank you, unbiased. And they were actually there to get rid of inventory that they had on hand from whenever. And I said, so I'm not the only one, because all my short sleeve T-shirts were just, blanks that I had. And I just kind of put stuff on there, see if anybody wants that I thought would get the attention of people, but that was not the case. So anyway. So as I'm listening to them, this is inventory. A lot of people were just trying to get out of their house. Okay. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to do, if I do this again, I'm going to have to do something that I should have done in the first place? Had I listened to myself and my instinct and that voice on the inside that told me not to do t-shirts? Now I know, based on the research that this event showed me, I can see now in this demographic area what gets the attention of people here. And it wasn't what I originally thought. Sometimes those low-hanging fruit products will not sell at vendor events. You may like it. You may think it's cute. You may think it's great. I got a lot of laughs on. Matter of fact, I have. I do. I still have. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Give me a second. I gotta push some stuff down. Let me see. Let me see. I got a lot of laughs on. Let me see if I can find it. I think, yeah, the other one somebody bought. Let me show y'all a few things. I still have them here. What's that? I dig down this box. So give me a second. I don't see. Nope, somebody bought that one. And hold on. This one. Like I got several laughs. Like High Insight told me, "Oh, Kim, do pot holders." I don't know why I did pot holders, but I took pot holders. So one firefighter came through and got a kick out of this one, right? He got a whole kick out of this one. Then he had a whole story as to tell me why this one was so funny to him. But I'm thinking, cool, you laughed, we talked, bye. So then I had a lady come through, and I had told my husband when I was creating stuff, I told my husband, I said, you know what? I'm going to put on t-shirts and anything I create, my sarcasm. Because I knew sarcasm sells. My husband was like, no, don't say that. No, don't say that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to him. And so I said, well, okay, this will be as sarcastic as I'll get. So I put this on a pot holder. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says, the camera might be glaring it out. It says, my culinary skills are limited. Choose wisely. Right? So those two got me the biggest chuckles. Right? But you see where they at, right? They still with me. So I said, all right, then let's increase my pot holders, right? So hey, Rooks, thank you for being here. Hey, CC, thank you for being here. So I said, you know what? Let's just go basic. And let's add a kitchen towel with it. Let's make it a set, right? So fit a little Snoopy right here, you know, a Snoop Dogg right here with this. Put a little twist on it, right? No. So then I said, okay, then let's just do a little MJ with it. Let's just put a little twist on it with MJ, right? Right? So it's a set. I made it to a set. Got your whole cloth there, your dish towel there, your hand towel in your kitchen that you can put over your stove or wherever you want to put it. And you got you a set. There's two pot holders in here with it. Right? So had several of those. Different things. Everyone was different. Thinking, oh, this is get them. No, it didn't work either. Had I put more sarcastic things on it, I think I would have got them. Definitely if I would have put more sarcastic things on t-shirts, definitely would have got them. Because even though people were representing the military in this installation, mainly this one, I had stuff like this. I had other shirts. I had one Christmas shirt design. And no, it just was not it. There were some people over there that had, what you call it, leopard. They had leopard on t-shirts and all kinds of things. They had the mama design that a lot of creators are doing right now. The whole viral thing with the mama, and then you put your kid's name on the sleeve. They didn't want none of that. They didn't want anything dealing with apparel, period, at this event, you all, at all. I had scarves, like cottons, like I have, I think I have one over here. I think I have one left. Let me show. I think I picked this out the bag. I had scarves. Like this thing is so soft. I had scarves, right? Cotton scarves like this, different colors. They ain't want it. I had, oh yeah, here's one. I took, and I'm showing you guys this. Like I was like, okay, 'tis the season. I'll take a Christmas mug. Y'all see how this work? I was like, I'll take a Christmas mug, put a little sarcasm on it. Christmas with my nomies, instead of my homies, my nomies. Thinking, okay, I'll get this demographic. No! no, just no. I don't want none of that. So I'm telling y'all this, and I'm sharing this experience with you in case you are a creative, a crafter, some sort of vendor, and you're thinking about doing a craft show. Let my experience help you and understand. Hey, Miss Shirley, thank you. Welcome in. That you can plan these things. You can think you can take your best product or your least best product, and people may not value it like you value it. But now I'm sitting at this event and I'm adding up the cost, and I'm thinking to myself, I knew I should listen to me. Instead of listening to all the other people, I said, listen to me, save my time, did something else on that Friday. However, had I listened to me, I would have never gained the experience as I gained at this event. I would have never had the opportunity to meet some new faces and to walk around and tell people about my business. And one lady made me bust out laughing. Everything was starting to wrap up. It was probably an hour before the event was, ending. And this lady, one of the vendors, walks up to me. She says, I see your sign. I see your table. What is it that you do? Now, in my mind, I'm thinking it's right there on my table. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that was weird. He called me by mistake. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, there. So I'm thinking, okay, let me just tell her. So I began to tell her what I do. And she goes, do you have a business card? Lesson number 2. Guess what I forgot to bring? A business card. But however, because I'm crafty, and because I had listened to people say, oh, you don't take business cards. People don't want business cards no more. I luckily have y'all see that QR code in the corner of this video? I luckily have a QR code on the phone. And I had a digital business card on the phone. So I literally, hey Tay, I literally had to go, oh wait, I got you. You got your phone? Yeah. Take a picture of this. And one lady, she was taking a picture. She said, oh, is that you? And I said, because it was like doing one of my photo shoots. Y'all see the picture of me. Matter of fact, it's the picture that's on my channel as my image picture. The one where I'm in the brown and the tans, the top. And she goes, oh, wow. And if you scan that QR code that's on your screen, you'll see it. And if you can't see it, let me move it down. I don't want to do that. Let me, just in case the live button is in the way, let me move that down just a little bit so y'all can see it. So she scans it and she's like, oh, that's you. Ooh, okay. So professional. So then it made me think, how else am I supposed to be? This is a vendor event. Like, it kind of threw me for a little bit, but okay, we laughed it off. But even if, here's the lesson with this, even if you forget something, like for me, my business cards, even if you forget them, have a backup to your main thing. If I did not create that QR code, I would have possibly missed that connection. So if you're a person that says, I don't have business cards, and think I create business cards for people. I was tripping, y'all. I was tripping. I was slipping. So even if you don't have something on hand, have it on your website, have it in your phone. Never, ever, ever, ever leave money on the table. If someone wants to know more about your business, have a way for them to find out more about your business. Don't wait till the last minute, try to pull all your stuff together like I did with getting change. Because I thought there's a bank in this place. I go to the bank. No, that was not the case. I already told y'all that. It was not the case. Okay. I don't know what these new rules of these banks are, but that was not the case. Prepare ahead of time for best case scenarios, worst case scenarios. Even at this event, the host, I'm sure, learned a lesson. And that was, she packed us in there like sardines. There were tables that were right next to each other where people sold the same thing. Yes, it comes in handy, Robert. You can't predict what people are going to buy and what they're not going to buy, but at least take notes as to what people are buying. Now, I'm not a baker. So if they came there for food, and they can just walk on by. They can walk on. I don't have that. I'm not taking no cakes and cookies. That's not my thing. Okay. Hey, Lena, thank you for being here. So have any of you went to an event, a vendor event, a fair, whatever you want to call it, sold anything, bought anything, looked around? What is something that you personally would love to see at these events that maybe you don't see? What also is there that you see at these events that you're tired of seeing? Because obviously people are tired of seeing t-shirts. I'm for real. They're tired of seeing apparel. So tell me, help a sister out. Because I was completely floored at what I saw people buy versus what I didn't see them buy. Even people that came in there with kids. Let me tell y'all something. They had a whole kid, a little kid, kindergarten and below, preschool and people. They had two sections. One was I would say kindergarten and preschool and stuff that was set up for the learning center. Then on the opposite side of them, they had a book area where you could get all kind of books for your children. I didn't see any parent walk up out of there with even anything for education for the children. That's what really shocked me. Because I was like, all these kids came up in here after school with their parents. I didn't see one parent walk up out of there with books. Maybe one or two may have gotten a book. I didn't really see that poor lady sell any of her stuff. But those were nice books and things that she had up there for education. I just didn't see it. I was like, I couldn't put my finger on it, y'all. It was really weird as to what people purchased versus what they didn't purchase. I thought about this, Robert. I really thought about this, but because of my own procrastination, I didn't have time to set anything up. And the way people were just walking past me and this three of us that was sitting there, this lady had, and in the beginning of the video, one lady had tiny homes. She did things in miniature. She had these little bitty houses. I don't know if you ever seen them before, everyone, but people that create these little bitty miniature houses. Like, and when you look inside, you see like chairs and furniture and all this stuff. But you got literally, it's in miniature, like Carol the miniature. These things are whole houses, but they're miniature. She was one of the first people in the video that was like, no, I don't want to be on camera. So I didn't show her stuff. Hey, like I had to. She was late getting there anyway. But anyway, I was like, this is so cute. Now, I don't know what the prices of it was. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But it was cute. But I ain't seen nobody buy anything out either. Now, somebody could have bought it and I missed it, but hey, there was two people there that did yarn products. Crochet. Crochet flowers, crocheted animals. It was two of them there. One made a whole lot of sales. I saw little kids coming out there with like crocheted octopuses. It was cute. And she's in the creator of that is in the video as well. I saw several people walking up out of there with things like that. But I don't crochet. Like I'm out of my element, Lord. I know I shouldn't have went. How However, I went and it was an experience, a learning experience. Okay, Happy Max says, I did craft shows for years. I never figured it out. I hate to say it, but it's the small things with the low price tag. You are right. You are absolutely correct. Because this is just based on my experience. Even when I saw the things that I just said, oh man, this person is going to make a killing. They didn't really sell anything. I mean, tumblers. Every crafter in here I know probably does tumblers in some aspect or another. They didn't buy them tumblers. Nice 3D looking tumblers. And maybe one or two, if that. Pens. No, writing pens with the beaded pens. They call them the beaded pens. This lady had hundreds of them. People started buying one or two here and there. I will see her make a couple sales here and there because she's right behind me. So I'm like, what are people looking for? That was my question. I thought this is what craft fairs were about. Everybody brings a lot of different, knickknacks and whatnots and therefores and what have yous. And this is what was sale, but I guess everybody must have been hungry because the only thing I saw really constantly making sales was the dessert ladies. That's all I saw. So I was really puzzled. So I don't know. She says, Cece says, hey, Cece, everyone is doing tumblers and free-dried items. Yeah. That's something I didn't see. I didn't see anyone there with freeze-dried items. I didn't see that. But I was confused for a while. I was like, hey, DJ Ron, thank you for being here. I didn't know what they wanted. I was completely lost. How are you going to market if you... Oh, my goodness. Robert, good point. That's another lesson. That's another lesson I learned. Another lesson. Tell y'all something. If you call yourself a business, y'all know how I feel about this. This is what my channel is based on. You call yourself a CEO. You call yourself a business person. You are exchanging products and services for money. You're doing business transactions. You are at a vendor craft show. Please explain to me. Help your sister out. Why? When someone gives you the opportunity to talk about your business, yourself for free in front of their audience, you don't take that opportunity. Please explain that to me. And then here is something else I learned while there. No one other than me was on YouTube. About 3 people out of all those folks that y'all see in that video one had only Facebook, another one had only Instagram. That was it. Very few of them had websites, if any, had a website. Everybody was sending people to their Facebook page or to their Instagram page. I don't understand. And then to top that off, you didn't want to be seen on camera? And then one person said that this is just a hobby, it's not a business. Like, please leave me alone. Baby, why are you here? That probably sounded real ghetto when I said that. But I'm just saying, why are you here? Y'all help me make this make sense. Because I was sitting there, like, trying not to let it show on my face, because sometimes my face will tell stuff that my brain could be thinking. And I'm in these people's faces, and we're at this event, and I'm trying not to be like, oh, okay. And I remember, I don't know if it was Sweet Thumb or someone said in the comments, they are not going to go far in business. And I looked at the comment, and I had to keep looking at them, and I kept it going. But I was like, how do you not have a social media presence as far as you can get it? Like, I don't even understand. I don't get it. No. There was no older people here, not by looks anyway. Not by looks. I don't even know if anybody there was probably the oldest person was probably mid-50s. That's probably me being gracious. I didn't see anybody like they was in their 60s in the book. I just did not. You can look at the video. You can see those people, the ones that showed themselves. And the ones that didn't were not old at all. They were younger than me. Okay. Yes, CC, my face needs deliverance every day. Every day. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Happy Man. Yeah, it was. I don't know. Very shocking. So I'm like, hey, if you don't want to grow, if you want to stay right here in this little room with the people that's passing by your table, then hey, I can't help you. I'll just, I'm opening up my audience that's nowhere near this state to show them your products. You may have something, they may say, oh, I want to get that for someone for Christmas, or I may just want that for myself. But because you don't want to build that like, trust factor and no factor, hey, 10 can only do so much for you. I can bring you the water, but I can't make you drink it. I didn't get it. Because there was some people that was literally like, no, don't fit, like, no. I was like, wow. Oh, okay. Okay. So it made no sense to me. Exactly. Growing what I eat. Hey, young Riaz, thank you for being here. They just didn't want no parts of social media, period. I don't know. It's very important, Socks. It's very important. Diversification is very important, especially in business. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. And you look, Robert, you remember the cowboy that y'all didn't see because he wouldn't let me show him? But he was there. He was there with a whole cowboy hat on. He did wood products with his feet up on his table. Like, don't show me. I'm wanted by the FBI. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, okay. Whatever you say. Okay, Sweet Thumb says, I struggle with getting into character sometimes, but when it's not a character, I can rock out. Be yourself. Why you gotta be a character? Be yourself. Because I was sitting there, y'all, no lie. I was sitting there and I'm watching the clock just go around and around. The time of the clock just go around. I'm like, ain't nobody coming up in here. All right, so it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I do. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a content creator. This is boring. I get bored real easy. And when I'm bored, I'm out. So I'm like, we still got hours on this clock. Tell y'all what. So I asked the people that was right there in my immediate area, do y'all mind if I go live on YouTube? And they were like, no. Bet. Grab my phone. Hey, y'all. Look. Hey. I was like, this is boring. I can't do this. And at this point, I was there by myself. My husband had to work, and he came and got our daughter, so she went. So I was there by myself. Everybody was just going to the food people. I was like, I'm gonna go walk around too, because obviously y'all don't want these t-shirts and this other stuff on the table, so I'm gonna go walk around too. So I was like very shocked at the response of the ones that were outside of my immediate area that did not want to be on camera. They didn't want no parts of it. Oh, I'm me always. Always. Like, I was making jokes with people that was walking by. This lady came by with a piece of cake. And I said, oh, thank you. You brought me something to eat. And she says, you know what, you want it? She said, I really, as you can look at me and tell, I really don't need this. I actually walked from my house all the way over here trying to get some cardio in. And if you want this cake, you can have it. I said, no. I was just playing. I don't want your cake. I'm good. I don't want it. So she said, you know what? So then she gave me her information. She wrote down her name, her email, her phone number. And then, she walked on out. And, just stuff like that to break up the monotony of this event. It was just so slow. And I was like, okay, I didn't want to be loud. And because, like I said, in the area where I was standing, I was the only African-American female. But behind me, further down, as you guys can see in the video, there was 2 other African-American females that was there as well. And they knew each other. And based on my research of them, they're always going to different events together at the same time. So they know each other. So they're used to rolling together, but they ain't know me and I ain't know them. So plus I was nowhere near them. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make this fun. I I have to find some fun in this, because if I don't find some fun in this, I'm going to pack up my table and get up out of here. This is just not my scene. So, what? What you talking about? What you talking about? Okay, hold on, y'all. I got a text message. Let me see. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So, y'all, I'm sitting there and I had to make it fun. I just had to make I had to make it fun. I had to make it fun because it was slow. There was not much marketing given to this event. And I was trying to figure out why it was so slow. I don't know if it's because it was a Friday and most people that's in our services, Friday is like go home, get off, get away from the installation. I don't know what it was. The most exciting thing that happened during this event, and it's sad, but it did happen. There was a car accident right in front of the building. Someone came through there and sideswiped someone's car that was parked on the side of the road. That was the most exciting thing that took place. And it was one of the patrons that was inside of the event doing her shopping. Someone sideswiped her car and tried to keep going, but it was people that was outside and people jumped in their car and chased them down. It was a whole thing. But I thank God. I am grateful that I had the opportunity because I learned a lot. I learned that you never procrastinate and stuff like this. Be aware that there are things you just don't know. Be aware that the demographics may change. You may think that I thought for sure that military members would buy military affiliated items. That was not the case. I guess they are over it. I don't know, but that was not the case. Never go against your gut instinct when it comes to anything that you do. Respect the shift that may happen in the products and services that you offer. Like I said, I've done t-shirts for quite a while now, and I'm seeing the change. Even among larger content creators, I'm looking at their channel, seeing what they're creating, and I'm always wondering, are you selling this stuff or are you just creating it for the camera? Because based on what I saw at this event, people aren't really buying it. So it made me kind of open my eyes up to other opportunities, other things that are out there. I've been looking at other YouTubers who've done videos throughout the last year, who've gone to these events, what they are selling, what they are creating, to give me an idea. Well, Kim, if you decide to go to do this again, you may want to look at expanding into other things because patrons are interested in other things. So you can't be afraid to shift in your business. You can't be afraid to expand or, like I say, pivot in your business. I truly believe that God sent me to this event as a learning experience for me to see. Because sometimes we'll pray things and we'll say things to God in the atmosphere to ourselves, and God hears. And He may not answer it right when you ask the question or right when you make the statement. It could be years, it could be days, it could be weeks when you see that thing kind of hit you back in your face. Because I have asked God, what is it that the community wants from me? What is it that you want me to give to the community? What is it? Like this big old question mark. What? I did this, I've done that, blah, 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 blah. What's the what? Right? You ask God those the 5 W's. What, with, who, why? Like, why, what is it? And that's kind of what this event was for me. Hey, Bad Bread, welcome in. What is it? So, exactly, so Observe, learn, grow equals new opportunities. You better say that thing. Absolutely. And this is what this event did for me. Now I know if I go to this event in this area, scratch t-shirts, scratch potholders, scratch anything apparel because they are not interested. Not happening. I've even watched one of the other vendors that was at the event. I went to her social media page and I kept looking to see what her at other events. I realized some of the same shirts she's had for the last few months, she still brought to this event. So that lets me know, even as cute as that is, it ain't selling. You got to watch. So it allowed me to get to know what's out there, what's being sold, or what's being offered, I guess I should say, and then what's being sold. Because everything that's being offered isn't necessarily making money. And if we're going to keep this thing real, which I always do, if you want to say you're in business, you have to make money on your products and services. It's cool to have those free items, but at some point, if you're going to be in business, especially when the IRS looks at you, you're going to have to make more than you're spending. And so that was one of the main things I wanted to see. What's here? I'm new here. What's selling? What are people looking for? And obviously, everybody here is hungry. So, bakers are going to make a killing here. So that's one thing I do know that works here. So I hope I have spoken to everyone. Welcome into all of my members. Let me show y'all this really quickly. Thank y'all for being here. All right, everyone, welcome into all my members. Thank you all for being here. A member update. If you are in my higher tier and above, I want to let you guys know we have a member meeting on December the 10th at 4 p.m. Eastern. Put it on your calendars. If you are in the lower tier, I invite you personally. Come on up a little higher. You don't want to miss these videos and meetups that we have. And if you've ever been in any of my educational member meetup videos, you guys know I'm dropping nuggets all the time in those Sunday meetups that we have. So if you're in the lower tier and you're thinking about, I wonder what they're going to be talking about, I don't want to miss out, you're going to have to come on up a little higher, and then you can come on in and hang out with us. We get to ask questions. I get to inform you all of the latest things that's happening in business and the latest things that's happening with the USPTO. I get to give you guys some golden nuggets. Last time, I gave y'all a huge nugget that's going to impact all LLCs, S Corps. If you are formally forming your business with your state, I left a huge golden nugget in our last member video. If you was in there, you know what it was. If you were not, you're going to wish you were, because this is something that's going to impact everyone that's in business, that has gone to register your business as an LLC, an S Corp, a nonprofit, whatever. This new thing is going to impact you. Also, after January, the USPTO is going to be doing a lot of things, a lot of changes happening in 2024. And you're not going to know about it because you're not in my group where I'm spilling all the beans, opening up all the tea bags and putting all the tea out there to keep you informed. But only people that's going to know that are the people that's in my higher tier. So it's up to you what you want to do. But those are that are already there, that's at my higher tier. I can't wait to see you guys December the 10th. That's going to be our last one for the year. And then we're going to kick it back up in January, but we're going to talk about all about that on December the 10th. All right, because a lot of great things. You guys are going to, hopefully it should be done. Yeah, it'll be done by then. I'll be able to show you guys my new unreleased product. You guys are going to get the first eyes on that. All right. Only my members is going to be privy to our December the 10th meetup. So if you're thinking about it, steady wrong, well, steady long, steady wrong, you better get in where you fit in. But I just want to give that shout out to all my members. Thank you once again to Sassy, the Experience with Sassy, my member that gifted memberships to the people you saw in that video. Thank you guys. I hope that you stick around, that you will expand your gift from Sassy by starting up, being a part of the membership yourself. We welcome you. We have a good time. We have giveaways. We'll be having another giveaway on December the 10th for my members that are going to be in there. So we have a lot of fun. So above and beyond everything else, we learn. We get questions answered. We come together and we have a good time. So if this seems interesting to you, I invite you to become part of the membership here with the Educated Natural. Also, for me, definitely by January, but I'm hoping I can do it in December, but I know I'll definitely be doing it by January. I can't rush this because it's not in my control, but there is a major thing that's going to be happening with me, and I want to take you guys along on the ride. I'll probably just keep it membership because I do want to keep it private because, of the nature of it. And it's a big thing. It's something that I've been working hard on for the last 2 years. And I'm finally getting the clearance. They're saying late December, early January, that where I can do this. And I really want to take you guys on the ride with me when these changes start to happen with my brand. So I want to make sure that I put that out there. There are some interesting things that's going to be happening. So thank you guys, the ones that know, it has been a long road. I have spent years trying to protect this brand, build this brand, get this brand out there. And finally, we have the right thing in place to get rid of some irritants, shall we say. So, hey, African Dreaming, thank you for being here. What's up, 1J? What's up, Precious Pieces? Thank you for being here. G Mama Grows, thank you for being here. So, yay, Jamia, welcome in. Okay. Thank you so much, Growing What I Eat, for gifting memberships as well. What? Sifting Some Soil, welcome in. Thank you. Growing What I Eat. Stop playing. Hold on. Happy Life was gifted a membership. Thank you, Growing What I Eat, for gifting 5 memberships. My goodness. Thank you so much. Hey, I think I saw. There it is. There's my people. What? Kicking it with the rooks. What? Welcome in to all the resilient dad. Welcome in. I don't think I said hello to you. Hello. Thank you. Whoa. Well, welcome in to all the new gifted members. Welcome in. What? That's GT. That's what's up, right? Wow. I was like, why is my screen? Okay. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Welcome in to all the new members. Thank you for the gifts. growing what I eat. Many blessings. May God continue to bless you 100-fold. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, I am so honored. Yes, welcome in. Wow. Y'all gonna try to make me cry. But I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. But y'all know, and I know Africa Dreamer isn't here, they're probably gonna laugh. But yes, Sassy, you better say that thing. Definitely blessings upon blessings. Let me tell y'all something. Matter of fact, I had a video. I had a video queued up. This video inspired me today. And I don't know if y'all do this or not, but every so often, I'll go back and check out some of my old content. And today I just felt like, yo, you need to go back and check out some of your old content. Some of my videos are still on private that I did 10 years ago. And I privated them when I was rebuilding this channel to get it monetized. I used to do a lot of motivation on this channel, a lot. Matter of fact, that was the heart of this channel. And someone recently asked me, where is that fire? And I was like, still here. I just show up differently. And they said that they missed my motivational moments that I had on my channel. And I have a video. If y'all want to see it, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want to see it, it'll just be for me because it's on private, so you won't see. But if you want to see, if you need some motivation, just put a 1 in the chat. This thing, wow, I just can't even tell you how it touched me. I mean, y'all could have thought about it. Okay, I'll see the 1. So for those of you that have a few moments, you got a few moments. Let's rock out on some motivation. All right, so let me cue this up. Let me go back up. This one. Let's see. Nope. This one. Okay. This one. Alrighty. Am I in there? Yeah, I'm in there. All right, so let me go over here. Hide this. Okay. Let me get this off the screen. Okay. This video is about, I want to say 7 years old. If you've ever been familiar with Periscope, let me move me up just a little bit so you can see me on the thing. I'll put me right there. So if you're familiar with Periscope, this is when I used to do a segment on Periscope. All right. These are my morning motivational messages that I used to do. And the title of my morning motivation during that time was The Power of 10 at 10. I know. So check this out. Something. The title, I Feel For You. As I was getting ready today, good morning. As I was getting ready today, my mind went back to my childhood. And if you've ever followed me or know anything about me, you know that's an area in my life that's real touchy. It brings out a deep, deep emotional thing for me. It's something that God has been dealing with me about throughout my life. And this morning, that thing hit me, and I couldn't do nothing but lift my hands and give God praise, because when I think back to the time when, as a little kid, standing in what's actually known as the welfare line with my mother at 5 o'clock in the morning as a little child, and my mind went back to looking at my mother's face. We're out there, and it's cold, and we're waiting in this long line with all the rest of the people, and I remember looking up at her one particular day, and I was like, I want to go home, and Mama said, we can't go home until we get food. And it was at that moment that we went through the line, and I remember in this big brown box, there was this long log of what was bologna, and of bologna, and this huge block of cheese and all these other things in this box. And my mother and I didn't have a car. And we would have all this stuff, and my mom would be asking people, can you give me a ride home? Can you give me a ride home? Now, the one thing about my mother is she was well known. So everybody in the community knew her. So nobody had a problem with helping us get home. And as I sit here today and I think about that, I think about how God always made a way. Even though as a child, I didn't see there was a way. And he always left the door open for us to get what we needed. And a lot of us this day and age that were blessed to come out of something so turmoil as I saw it at that time, seeing where we are today, many of us forget how far God has brought us and how much he blesses us day by day, moment by moment. And a lot of us forget where he brought us from. We see where we are now, but sometimes he has to take us back. Maybe not literally, but sometimes he has to take us back mentally, back deep within our own psyche for us to remember what he brought us through. And today, guys, I must tell you, the only thing I can think of right now is to tell you that I feel for you. I feel for those of you that sit there and say, you know what? I did this by myself. There was nobody that helped me. I did this. I put in the blood, sweat, and tears. Nobody did this. But you forget that late at night when you were crying, when you had those people on your trail, those naysayers saying to you, you would never make it. The ones that said, I know where you come from. They didn't make it. You're not going to make it. Let me tell you something my mother told me as a young kid. I remember sitting in our living room in the projects in our 2-bedroom apartment. And who lived in that apartment? My mother, my stepfather, myself, and my 2 brothers in a 2-bedroom apartment. And I remember standing in the living room looking at my mother and said, I want to leave this place. And my mother looked at me and she said, Kim, God is going to provide for you. One day, this is only going to be a distant memory. He's taking you right now through this time in your life to show you. So when you get to that point in your life, when he brings you out, you are going to look back at this time and say, that was my start place. That's where I started from, but it's not where I'm going to finish. You see, I promised myself as a young girl that when God gave me the go light, I'm going to get up out of the projects running. I came out running out of the projects like I was on fire. I knew that that was not where I was destined to be all of my life, but it was destined at that time, at that moment where I had to start. See, some of y'all had rocky beginnings. Some of y'all had places in your life where it felt like you were in a bottomless pit. You felt like you would never get out of that thing because you were in so deep. That's how I felt as a young child. Some of y'all right now as grown, full-grown adults may feel that exact same way. You feel like no matter how hard you work, you're still not getting over or ahead. You feel like no matter how many people you inspire, you feel empty on the inside because nobody is coming and inspiring you. Sometimes some of y'all work to like midnight. Some of y'all work till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and still have to get up and get your kids off to school. Have to get up and get on camera and motivate other people, speak life into other people. And all you want is somebody somewhere to come to you and speak life into you and replenish you. But let me tell you, allow yourself to go through that experience right now, because I can tell you, just like my mother told me as a young child, this is just your beginning, baby. This is just the start line. When the gun goes off, you take off running out of here like you're on fire. Some of y'all are sitting there complacent. I feel for you. I feel for you because you're standing there in your own muck and mess, acting like you don't know what you're made of, acting like you don't know who you belong to and were created by. Get out of your own head. Get up and get moving. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Maybe it's snowing where you are. Maybe it's raining. Maybe it's cold. But it does not mean that gives you the right to quit and to stop. There is still work to be done. There are people out there that need to hear your story. There are people out there that need to see your face. There are people out there that need to have what you have to offer. Stop sitting on your own hands. Take your hands, raise them up to the sky. Thank God every single day that he allowed you to breathe another breath. Thank God every single day that he allowed you to get out there and be able to inspire and pour life into somebody else. Even if you have nobody pour life into you, he replenishes you. He is the source of your strength. He is the strength of your life. Give it over to him and let him guide you. Today I told you he took me back. He took me back to the place in my mind of some of my most horrific memories. Things I did not want to remember. Things I no longer wanted to address. Why? Because he's taking me to another level. He has to show me exactly where he brought me from for me to understand where I'm going. See, a lot of people want to say, oh, I love now. I'm making 6 figures. I no longer have to think about all the things that I went through. Wrong. You have to go back, because you never know that when that moment may come, when something may happen in your life that could put you right back there. I want you to remember those times when your heart was broken. I want you to remember those times when people said no to you.
and you knew it was destined for a yes. I want you to think back when people told you to stop, when God told you to go. I want you to think back when those same people that you uplifted turned their backs on you when you needed them the most. I want you to think back to the time when you reached in your pocket and the only thing you could pull out was a piece of lint. I want you to think back to the time when people told you you would never amount to anything because of the lifestyle that you came from. I want you to think back to the time when you cried tears late at night and there was nobody there to help wipe them away. I want you to think back. For me, I had to think back to the day I laid my mother to rest as a 17-year-old girl. I had to think back to the time when I laid my only source of strength at that time to rest when I turned 26. I would have had to think back to those heartbreaking times so I would know that this day, if I can make it through those times, I can make it through whatever the enemy brings my way. It doesn't matter if I have to stand on this platform alone. It doesn't matter if I don't have a single person that come pat me on my back. It doesn't matter if I don't have a single person to come and say, great job, Kimberly. I know that I'm doing what God destined me to do, and in Him I find joy. In Him I find victory. In Him I find everything that the world may not come back and replenish me with. In Him, He is my source. And so therefore, I don't have a problem standing on this platform alone. I don't have a problem standing in my business alone. I don't have a problem doing the things that God destined me alone because He is my strength. Today, I have to tell you, I feel sorry for you. If you've forgotten where you come from, if you've forgotten the things that God has brought you through, I feel sorry for you if you've forgotten to raise your hand even right now and say, God, I thank you. I thank you that only thing I had today to eat for breakfast maybe was a piece of toast. I thank you for that piece of toast because there is somebody in this world who didn't even have that. I thank you, Lord. Only thing I got in my pocket right now is a quarter. I thank you because there is somebody right now out there on the streets in the cold, waving through the elements. I'm in a house. I have clothes on my back. God, that could have been me out there. So I thank you today. So I feel sorry for you if you have not given God thanks and shown Him and been humble before Him for the things that you do have. But there is a flip side to this. Some of you need to thank God for what you don't have. Thank God that you're not sick. Thank God that you don't have an illness. Thank God that you're not broke and disgusted. Thank God you're in your right mind. Thank God that the things that you do not have, that somebody that you do know has. Thank God your husband is home every single night. Thank God you have a husband or a man you take care and raise your kids together as a family. Thank God, because there are some people out there who don't have that. Some people are single parents raising these children on their own. And these children nowadays are facing all sorts of things that we can only pray for them to get through. Thank God for the things you don't have. But most importantly, thank God for your life. Whether you think it's good, whether you think it's bad, whether right now you think it's just purely ugly. Thank God, because as long as you got breath in your body and you're able to see the sun rise one more time, that's another day. He's giving you another chance to get it right. Don't miss your opportunities. I don't want to say I have to feel sorry for you again, because from this moment forward, you're going to go throughout your day thankful. You're going to go throughout your day remembering just how far He's brought you from, and you're going to go throughout your day giving Him the praise, the honor, and the glory every single second of your day. Remember what He's brought you through, so that when He takes you to your next level, you will understand that it was all worth it in the end. My name is Kimberly Collins, the Educated Natural. Thank you. If you ever want to find out about me, if you ever...
Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Man. All right. Like I said, that video was about, matter of fact, let me check. That video has to be, let's see. 7 years. It was recorded on February the 9th, 2016. Yeah. To God be the glory. Let me check out the comments. Listen, that motivation was the heart of the Educated Natural. And it still is. It's just that over time, I came back on the business side of the pillar. This channel was built upon motivation, business, and spirituality. Like that is the heart of me, period. And I transitioned from the motivation because I had did it for so long. I didn't want people to get bored, so I went more into the business side of what you're seeing now. But as of late, I've had a lot of people that knew me from back in those motivational days that were saying, "Hey, where's that fire? Where is that 10? Where I remember I met you this place and you were doing this." And it was always about the motivational messages. And even the ladies that used to be in the group that I used to give motivational weekly messages to have been asking me, where are you? Miss you. Thank you, Precious Pieces. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for all the super chats and stickers and cash apps. Thank you, J3, for the cash apps. And wow. And I was looking at the comments and let me tell y'all something. God has brought me from a mighty long way. And what you heard in that video is not even the tip of the iceberg of where I come from and the things I had to witness and watch my mother go through. And growing up in that is where that fire that burns within me comes from. It's a gift from God. And whenever God shows up in a mighty way, as you just saw, it just comes out. However he wants it to come out, it comes out. And I wanted to show that video because when I was after that event, the vendor event, it would have been easy to fall into discouragement because certain things didn't meet my own personal expectations. However, it was today going back and going through the old content and looking at different things on my channel and things I hadn't seen like in years. I hadn't seen that video since then to just speak to me in the now. That was in 2016 when God sent that word. It still resonates now. It still hits home now. Like I'm watching it with you all as if I wasn't the vessel that God used to give that message. And it was just so on time. Even after watching African Dream, and thank you for being here, watching their live earlier today till now, it's just like it just resonates home. We have to, no matter what, always give God thanks. And for years, I had people telling me, oh, don't add your religious beliefs into your business and don't put that in your social media. And I was like, but without God, I wouldn't have any of this thing. I wouldn't even be here. And so why would I not have that everywhere I go? Is who I am. Believe it or not, outside of my business stuff, my motivational messages gets me more attention than anything I've ever done in business so far. It's always when God shows up and those messages come pouring out of me like you just saw. That's what gets me the attention. It's not anything I've literally created or made or anything like this. It's when God shows up and speaks through me that turns heads. So I just wanted to put that out there for someone that may be here. Never try to dumb down anything that you do because you may think it's not working, it's bad timing, or people won't like it, or you worry about the opinion of other people. Do what God tells you to do. I didn't want to go to that event. It was outside of my comfort zone. But I went because God, he lined it up like I showed you earlier in today's live. So I couldn't even get out of doing it. He wanted me to go there for a reason. Even if it was no more than to have me go through the experience and then end up on this video to show it to you today. He has a unique way of doing stuff. He could have just spoke and said, show the video. But no, I had to go through the route to get to here. And I'm grateful for that. Everything in my life, I'm grateful for. The good, the bad, and the what now? What you say? I don't want to call it the ugly, but those learning life lessons. Those life lessons, seasons of our lives. We all go through them at some point or another. I thank God for that. I wouldn't be who I am today without it. So I pray that blessed you. It blessed me. It blessed me like I wasn't even the one that God used to give the message. It was a blessing to me. And based on the chat, it blessed you too. Probably shocked some of y'all, huh? Because y'all have never seen that side of Ted. But those that know that was how I used to show up on this platform. And based on your opinion, Was that something y'all would like to see me bring back to this channel? Like, is that something that would be beneficial to you? Just put a one. If you think that's something me showing up also on the motivational side of things, would that be something that you would like to see here on my main channel? Now, I was thinking about putting it in other places, but I'm not quite sure. Like, it was here. Like, this is like home for stuff like that, and Facebook. That was like the main places. Oh, many blessings to y'all. Thank you, Tay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see all the ones because that was something that God does. I just show up and he just turns and twists and says whatever needs to be said in that time. I have so many of those types of messages that God would just have me just show up and he would speak and I would just be there. And sometimes I wouldn't even know what was said till I would go back and check the replay. Or someone would walk up to me and say, "Girl, you said blah, blah, blah." And that thing. And I'm like, I said, "What now?" No, I didn't say, God said, huh? What happened? So I would literally be so in that moment and under the control of God that I literally would not even recognize what was said till I went back and caught the replay. Like I hadn't seen that video I just showed you all since then. And it struck me like as an audience member. Like it really hit me because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we try to hide where we come from. We try to ignore hurts and pains, and we completely forget as we go throughout our hustle and bustle of the day just to tell God, thank you. Thank you. No, I may not have had that 5-star Thanksgiving meal that everybody keeps showing on social media. Maybe you just had a ham sandwich. I don't know. But that's still a thank you, God moment because there are some people out there that didn't even have that. Some people had to beg, borrow, and steal to get a sandwich. You was able to go to your refrigerator and get one. Matter of fact, you have a refrigerator. You have electricity. You have lights. It may not be the best lights, but you have lights you can see. You have eyesight. You don't have to wear glasses. Okay? All of these things are thank you, God moments. So I thank God for allowing me to bring that message back then that still resonates now. We cannot forget. We can't get so high on our own supply, so high on our horses that we forget to thank the giver. Even if you think your situation is just horrible right now, if you go and talk to your neighbor and you hear their story, it'll probably be, you know what? It's really not that bad over here. Let me shut my mouth and just say thank you. Sometimes we need those moments. Sometimes we need those moments in life, no matter how smart you are, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how many people that follow you on these social media platforms. We need those moments to happen to us in life to bring us back, to remember where we come from. To remember, you know what? Yeah, you're smart. Yeah, you may have 50,000 subscribers. You may have 1,000,000 subscribers. You may have followers over here. You may have the high clout score. But God's going to let you go through a moment where it's going to feel like you're in that valley by yourself. I thank God. It took me years. Don't get me wrong now. It took me years to be able to thank God for those valley moments. When you're out there spinning your wheels and you're not going anywhere, all your friends have forsaken you, you lost money, almost lost your house. Maybe you did lose your house. I don't know. Maybe you had to spend some time in the shelter. Maybe you just went through a rough road in that valley. And now you're sitting pretty, you got a nice house, got your husband or your wife or your significant other, got some kids running around there, got you some grandkids. You have forgotten that rough road. Sometimes you need that reminder. If no more than just to be able to say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Sometimes we need that. There are people right now going through stuff because their heads are hard. You can't tell them anything. And they have truly forgotten where God has brought them from. If they would just stop and just give God a thank you, it could turn a situation around. He's a just God. He's a good God. But just like any parent that's here on the earth, God requires a thank you from everything that he has created. If rocks can cry out, what do you think we should be doing? So I just wanted to get that out there. If you haven't given a thanks, give a thanks. Or you could find yourself in a position where he will make you feel like, I didn't thank God. Okay. So give God thanks. I know we all just celebrated Thanksgiving here in the United States. And for some people, that's the only time they really give thanks. Lord, I thank you for this chicken. Lord, I thank you for this turkey. Ooh, Lord, I thank you for these yams. Ooh, I thank you for the sweet potato pie. Ooh, Lord, every day you need to thank God. Because we don't know it, especially now, what tomorrow may bring. We just do not know. I had a cousin that my family just buried last weekend. She was fine one moment, next moment she wasn't. My brother is in the hospital right now, awaiting surgery any day now. That's weighing heavy on me. He's been in there for a week. It's weighing heavy on me. Because that's my brother. We are like this. That's that Cowboy fan brother of mine, y'all. Love him. But I'm nowhere near home. Nowhere near home. So I have these things in my head, but I still got to show up. And I still got to thank God. And I still got to trust God. Because he's a good God. He created him. He created my cousin. He's created all of us. He's in control. And as his sister, I have to trust God and believe that God is going to do whatever God has to do in this season of my brother's life. But I would be wrong to sit up here and tell you, oh, I'm not worried. A piece of me is worried because I just love my brother. And even though God has given me two, I'm really close to this brother. I love both my brothers, but there's always that one that you got siblings, you know what I'm saying. And I know God is able. I have seen him do miracles for my brother over and over again. But my brother has a hard head. He's very hard-headed. And sometimes God has to put us in places and in situations to get our attention. So I kind of see this as God sitting him down yet again to get his attention. And when we get in those tight situations, we'll say anything to God to get us out of it. Lord, if you let me make it through this, we've all done it at some point, okay? But I really pray and hope that now he gets it. Because I've already told him, and y'all got siblings, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm real with my brother. I'm real with everybody, but I'm really real with my brother. Because that's my heart. And I have told him, if I have to jump on an airplane to come home, I'm coming with a switch. I'm going to turn into my mama, our mama, and our grandmama. And you don't want that. He's on the phone like, please don't do that, sister. Sis, I'm all right. Just don't do that. Please don't do that. And I'm like, because he know I am literally the reincarnation of my mama and my grandma. He knows it. He's like, he'll even sometimes when I'm on the phone with him fussing, because I was fussing at him in the hospital bed, and the nurse walks in and she's checking on him. But he's like, yeah, his daughter was there, my niece was there. And he goes, hey, my favorite nurse. And she said, I'm just checking to see how you're doing, because I could hear her, on the phone. And he's like, yeah, that's my daughter, her husband, and my fussing sister on the phone. And I'm like, you right. Because you should be in there. I was like, you just wait when I get home. Oh, we gonna talk. Oh, we gonna talk. And he's like, oh no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, we gonna talk. We gonna have a powwow. Okay. So y'all just please, thank y'all for the praying hands. Please continue to keep my brother in your prayers and my family as we're going through this. I have a couple other family members that are sick. I have a lot of phone calls to make today and tomorrow. to check on them. And I've received messages from, not only about my brother, but other family members that are going through health crises right now. So please continue to keep, each other as well as my family and I in your prayers. Please continue to pray for one another. Check on each other. If you see a content creator here you haven't seen in a while, they may have, went on a hiatus and it's a little bit too long. It's out of the norm for them. Check on them. Inbox them. Leave a comment. If you don't know how to inbox them on other social media platforms, leave a comment under the video. Say, hey, I'm just checking on you. Are you good? Ask people in the community how they're doing. Because we're kind of entering in that season where some people go through things during the holidays. I'm one. The holidays aren't always easy. So check on each other. Reach out to me, reach out to other people in the community. Just say, hey, just checking on you. I usually do like what I call a sister checkup to different people that I follow. Hey, this is just a sister checkup, just checking on you, see if everything is good, praying for you. There could be nothing going on. They could be having the time of their life. Pray for them. So always check on people, because this in the rooks are here, and they'll tell you this time of the year for a lot of people, that especially people that have lost loved ones, this can be a challenging time. It doesn't matter if that loved one or loved ones left last year, 20 years from now. It's been 30 years plus since my mom left here, and I'm still mourning her every day. So be mindful of what other people could be going through. Even though your life could be looking great, you could be having the time of your life. That doesn't mean that goes across the board. So check on one another. It's okay. You ain't got to be nosy. You got to say, hey, what's going on all up in their business? Just say, look, I'm praying for you. Love you. Just want to let you know I'm thinking about you. That's it. Whisper their name to heaven in your prayers and give God thanks for them. That's all you got to do. You don't got to make it some big grandiose thing. Just say, hey, just praying for you, just checking on you. You good? All right. Because believe it or not, there are some people that show up on these social media platforms that are homeless, that are hurting financially. They may try to floss in front of these cameras, but truth be told, they are hurting. Pray for one another, because you never know. You could be next. So let me check my chat real quick. Hopefully I said hello to everyone. If I didn't, hello. Thank you for being here. Once again to all. Hey, Linda, thank you for being here. Oh, my condolences. Y'all make sure y'all connect with her. Keep her in your prayers. My condolences and prayers, definitely. Definitely. Thank y'all so much for being here. I know it's 20. I see 29 on the screen. Y'all see me squinting looking at the screen, right? Now my glasses are right next to me. Tell me why I don't have them on. Because I'm hard-headed. Because I'm hard-headed. Look at this. And this is what it's all about, African Dreaming. He says, I'm one of those people, and yes, y'all help to keep me going. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all definitely help me keep going. So to everyone that is grieving during this time, my prayers are with you. If at any moment it gets too heavy, never hesitate. Reach out to me on my inbox on Instagram. Just look for The Educated Natural. Same name, The Educated Natural. And reach out to me. Say, if you just need to vent, sometimes you need a good person to be on the phone, or even on Instagram. You can call people on Instagram and just vent. Say, look, don't say that. I just need to get this out, and just blah, 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 blah. Let it out. Don't keep that stuff in. Because let me tell you, grief almost had me up out of here, y'all. Grief was ugly. Grief can take you down a whole long, dark road. And sometimes when you have people around you that don't understand it, think, oh, goodness, it's been X amount of years, get over it. No, you don't. Not everybody can. Some people can, not everybody can. So be mindful of that. It doesn't matter how long it has been. Give people some grace. Give people the same level of grace, even higher than you want somebody to give to you. If you're going through something, you want somebody to be caring about you. Show that same level to another person. When I realized at that vendor event that sales were low, I started walking around and just talking to people, asking them, hey, what is this? Can you tell me what this is? Even if I knew what it was, I still was like, hey, what is this? What do you use it for? Just talking to people. Because sometimes when people show up to things like that, they want to make sales. And when they don't make sales, they get depressed and they want to give up. They want to quit. They want to stop. They want to just, do other things. Sometimes the kind word goes a long way. So never miss an opportunity to be encouraging to another person. My grandmother used to tell me all the time, you never know when God is going to send an angel your way. Don't be afraid to entertain angels. You just never know. God could be sending you into someone's situation to be that beacon of hope. Never miss that opportunity. So if at any point I can show up, I've even had a cousin inbox me and say, I want you to sing me a song. And I said, who? She said, you used to sing all the time when you was younger. I want you to sing me a song. And I literally, in a private video, had to sing a song and send it to her. And once she watched it, I killed it. I ended up, but it made her happy. Hey, the word. Hey, Shawnee, thank you for being here. Oh, wow, you was gifted a member. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, Sassy, thank you. This thing went so fast. Hold on. Heather, Natia. Welcome to the membership. Oh my goodness, y'all are just showing out. Read the Heart of Philadelphia, meow. Welcome to the membership. Tyrene, Rain Reloaded. Welcome to the membership. I've never heard of these people. Cooking with Ned. Welcome to the membership. The OK Lounge with Gwen Michelle. Welcome to the membership. Oh my goodness. Black Guns and Gardens. Welcome to the membership. The Word. Welcome to the membership. Shawnee. Welcome to the membership. Bobby. Welcome to the membership. Oh my goodness, Sassy. Really? You just showing out. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Absolutely growing what I eat. It's all God. I take no credit. It's all Him. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yes, she is. Listen. Shanti, yes, she is. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, Sassy. You are not about to have me up in here crying on this screen. Passionately Intrigued Arts. I was talking about you earlier. I don't think I officially said welcome in. Welcome in, another member of Passionately Intrigued Arts. To all of my members, let me reiterate. Oh my goodness. I love you too, Sassy. Oh my goodness. It's not just because of this. It's because of who God created you to be. I love you too. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm lost words. What was I about to say? Oh, to all members. Thank you, Lord. Bring it back. We are having a member meetup on December the 10th at 4 p.m. Eastern. Based on majority rules in my last member meetup, the members of the higher tier all agreed that, to be fair, that the member meetup live stream videos will only be offered to those that are in the higher tier. Now, during these membership meetup videos and live sessions, we get together, we talk business, we talk life, I answer questions, I bring the latest news when it comes to trademarks, when it comes to forming your businesses, LLCs, and things like that. We talk business. I answer questions because some of them are getting ready to file trademarks. Some of them are getting ready to start their businesses officially with their local clerk of court. So we talk about that. We talk about a lot of different things. So if this is something that is of interest to you to be in the latest business know of, you need to come up to the higher tier because that's where the live streams are going to be for. So thank y'all. Oh my goodness. Thank you, African Dreaming. I tell y'all, my heart is so full right now. You better say that, Sassy. Now, see, I'm trying. Listen, Sassy, listen. Now, I'm trying to wrap this up. We trying to shut this down. It's been 2 hours. I'm trying to let y'all go. But see, comments like this will get me stirred up. African dreaming will get me stirred up when their discussions. I'm trying to keep what y'all just saw in that video. God can turn that thing on at any moment. I'm trying to let y'all go. I'm trying to let y'all go and get out of here. But let me tell you, I am so overjoyed right now at the kindness that you all are showing. Growing What I Eat, the experience with Sassy, every single member at every level. I thank you. Like, I can't say, and I am so full right now. I almost feel like one J. Like, I'm almost at a loss for words. And if y'all don't know about this whole J, I didn't realize that there were so many people with J's in their names in this community. Like, until after that video happened, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna call, one J. I'm gonna call JJ in character of JJ. I'm thinking, okay, this be cool. I didn't realize that there were so many other J's. Like, think about it. You have J of African Dreaming. You have J the Motivator. You have Juicing with J. You have DJ Jordan. I'm like, it's too many J's. Should have came up with something else. Oh my goodness, there's so many J's. So I'm like, okay, I should have just stuck with 10 or something. I should have said something. But then it wouldn't have made it as funny, right? Because it was Pieces of April, April of African Dreaming. When she said one J, everybody else like myself took that and ran with it. So sorry, one J. She said, okay, passionately intrigued, or I said, I'll call J Jordan JJ. I know, right? And I think so. So did somebody say that he doesn't even have a J in his name or something? I don't know. It's two J's. Listen, it's a lot of J's. Exactly. It went the way it was supposed to go. It did. It certainly did. You the two socks. So I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was so many J's. It's crazy. And remember how Jay the Motivator just changed his name to Jay the Motivator. And so now I'm like, hey Jay, and then somebody in the channel go, hey JJ, and I'm like, who are they talking to? Are they talking to my character? Are they talking to him? I'm just like, okay, it's getting kind of confusing, but it's all in fun. I love it. That was so funny. If you all that's in the chat have no idea what I'm talking about, you have to head over to African Dreaming's channel, this channel right here, African Dreaming. Head over to their channel, go through their live. They have an actual segment where it says, I think, Meet JJ. You have to check that out. It is hilarious. I still haven't showed my husband that video, and I don't plan on showing it to him either. My daughter has seen it because she saw me in character and was like, what in the whole world? But it was all the fun. You guys know I love each and every one of you. If you need to get in touch with me, my website is right there on your screen, theeducatednatural.com. You can visit me on social media. Just look for the same name, The Educated Natural, across all platforms, except for X, because they only have you so many letters in your name. So over there, it's just Educated Natural. But everywhere else, Instagram, Facebook, just look for The Educated Natural. I am there. Oh, hey, April. Hashtag Team April. Thank you for being here. Listen, but I am under the guidance of God. I can't tell you when. I can't tell you how, because that's not how, God works. But whenever God lays upon my heart to do these motivational messages, I will be bringing those motivational messages back. And every so often, even during my lives, if I find one that's really hitting home for the moment, I will play it during a live. My old ones are doing a live as well. But I have really been feeling that, and I've been asked from other people, where's that fire? Where's the 10 that we know? they miss that motivational side. So that will be coming back and coming out, whenever things like that happen from other people, and then God shows me himself that it needs to come, then I have to pay attention as his vessel. I can't stray too far away from that. He won't allow me to anyway. And so those will be coming back. So if all hearts and minds are clear, anybody have any questions? Thank y'all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day and week, and make sure you're going out there and supporting one another. And it doesn't mean monetarily. Support isn't always monetarily. Sometimes a like. So if you haven't liked this video, like the video, leave a comment, do that, and share if you have the ability to do so. If you feel something in this live has touched you in any way, feel free to like, comment, and share. If you would like to be in the know and know about business, about intellectual property protection, about marketing, branding, anything such as that, or you just need a word from above, make sure you become a part of the family here by hitting that subscribe button. We welcome you. And if you want to go more one-on-one with the Educated Natural, I invite you to join my membership. And the lower tier, I'll shout you out, say your name, all the good stuff. But if you want to be a part of the one-on-ones that we have bi-weekly, I invite you to join the membership at the upper level. Right now it's at $5.99 a month, so you better come on up if you want to hang out with us. We invite you to do so. Once again, thank you to each and every one of my members. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. And as you go throughout your journey of life, remember, always thank God for your blessings. Be a blessing to others. And until the next time God allows us to come together over here on this channel, we're going to be in this country, being country. I couldn't resist African treatment. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got to do it. Before I get out of here, I got to do it. One time for one J, y'all. Hopefully this works. One time for one J. I hope that worked. One time for one J. Let's see if this worked. There it is. Y'all saw it. One time for one J, baby. Throw them up. But much love to each and every one of you. Yay, I see it. I see it on my phone. Thank you, Bayou. Yes, it's working now. They did some work back there. So thank each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Many blessings to you. And until the next time God allows us to meet, enjoy your journey, everyone. Be blessed.